Hello, I'm Andrew Flushy. I'm astounded when people go to court for some kind of offense and they leave the courthouse committing the very same offense. This happened the other day in Spotsylvania General District Court. A young man came before the judge for driving without a license, and I believe it was his third offense. That actually is an offense that will maybe entail jail time, usually not on your first offense, but by the time you've had a couple of those, the judges might put you in jail. Because it is a Class 1 misdemeanor. This young man, for whatever reason, got a break. He did not go to jail that day, and so he was able to leave. A little bit later, he was coming back into the courtroom in handcuffs, but with being led by the very same trooper that had written him the third offense. And what happened was the guy got in his vehicle after court and was driving away, and the trooper saw him. The trooper knew he was still not licensed, and that now he was driving on without a license for a fourth time. So now he's facing a very extreme real possibility of jail. I mean, he's going to be in front of the exact same judge probably that gave him the break on the third offense, and he's charged with violating the law again a fourth time on the very same day the judge told him you cannot drive without a valid license, and he did it anyway. It astounds me that people do that. I mean, I understand when maybe you can't get a license or you just have to get to work. I understand there's pressures. But at the same time, it really is a smart plan to not violate the law around the courthouse. It's an activity. There's a lot of officers, deputies, and sheriffs and troopers around the courthouse. And especially if you're charged with violating an offense, don't leave the courthouse doing the exact same thing. Because odds are somebody's going to see you and recognize you, and you may be facing another offense for that same thing. It's just not something you want to do, and so I'm not encouraging anyone to violate the law anytime, but definitely don't do that when you're coming to court. If you have to, walk even, but hopefully get a ride the bus, call a cab, get to court somehow legally, because that's going to be the safest way to make sure that you're not facing another charge for driving without a license or driving on a suspended license. Those are the common ones that people do. So just be careful.